to an all-new episode, No Party Preference, where if we had a preference for parties, they would be none. My name is Josh, here today with good buddy Adam.
Yes, hello.
And before we get started, let's just introduce the No Curse Minute, sponsored by Game Rage Magazine, where we don't curse for the first minute. I already defeated half of it with introduction music and nonsense. But yeah, that's what we do. But I am vindicated today. All right, cool. The no curse minute's over, so now we can feel free to let the F-bombs fly. So I wanted to do that intro. Now let's do the real intro to the show. Ready? I fucking told you. Someone, you hear that, Adam? You hear that phone ringing? Somebody better pick that shit up, because I called it. I fucking said back in October, November, December, January, that this whole Elon thing was a ruse. And I had said that Trump is, when he's done with him, he's gonna boost him out. Just like as we saw, as soon as the election was won, all of the minorities were removed from the picture for the most part. None of them were allowed to be on stage for celebration. All the minorities involved with supporting Trump, it was gone. And then everybody told me, no, Josh, Elon's white. And what did I say? I said, no. Yeah, sure, he may be white, but he ain't the right kind of white, all right? He's foreigner white as far as they're concerned. Because guess what? He's an immigrant. They're trying to fuck immigrants. That's the dealio. So now that, for whatever reason, I mean, I have theories, and I guess we'll talk about them in a couple minutes, but for whatever official reason and real reason, Elon is now out. He is toast. He has lasted fucking, when did they take office? January 25th or something like that?
Yes.
He didn't even make it 6 months. He made it 5 and some change. So, and he was out. Now, my I don't know about my predictions for Kash Patel because that's my other prediction that I made as well, was that because Kash Patel is not white, he's going to be removed, and they have Dan Bongingo or whatever this guy is, who's a white dude. He's the deputy director or whatever. So like that guy will be put in play once he gets a year or so of experience. That was my like theory. And I don't know, I guess there's time will tell, we'll see. But anyways, back to this, well, what's being referred to on the internet as the big, beautiful breakup. It's pretty funny. And honestly, it's hilarious. And yes, this is all fun and games. But I do believe this will directly cause some sort of civil conflict within the United States, whether it be civil war, civil unrest, civil fucking discourse. I don't know. Whatever that may be, there will be some sort of internal thing that happens here directly related to this event that has happened. In history, I believe they will be looking back and going, oh, America was already on its downward trend of empirical fall. But this deal between the billionaires, this rift between the billionaires, that is what set them on the course of irreparable. It needs to be erased. There needs to be something that starts over from scratch, because the big takeaway that I think everybody needs to fucking be aware of and take away from this whole thing is when they're firing at each other and they're saying shit like, yeah, whatever, it is what it is. Like, they're both taking shots at each other. And Elon taking the shot of saying that Trump, you would have never won if it wasn't for all the money that I fucking put in. And honestly, I believe that to be true. I don't know if Trump would have won if it wasn't for the hundreds of millions of dollars that were put in play by Elon on his behalf, right?
Yeah, I mean, how are campaign elections financed? Mostly by donations?
Yeah, it's only by donations. That's the only way you get money, is by donations. So I think people need to see this for what it is. And now Elon, and we'll get into the little nitty gritty in a minute about what they've been saying to each other. But the big takeaway is Elon says you wouldn't have won without me. And now Elon is so incensed to the point where he says, you know what? I am going to fund Democrats now to take out. I'm going to ruin your fucking, the midterm election. I'm going to just ruin it. and I'm going to fund Democrats. And what people need to be taking away is not, that these assholes are fighting or blah, blah, blah. The takeaway is these elections are not fucking free. If some asshole can insert money, if one guy can insert money into an election and change the outcome, our election system is broken. There's a problem. That is an issue that needs to be resolved somehow, because no singular person should have so much influence that they can change the outcome of an election. And now Elon Musk is of the belief that he has that. And quite honestly, I think that's not like an arrogant, I mean, yes, it's an arrogant thought, but it's not unrealistic or unreasonable. I think that's probably actually true. He probably could flip a fuck ton of seats just with money. And if you do that, if he does that, now we're getting into who knows what the fuck's going to happen to him. Because listen, I wouldn't put it past Trump to send some CIA guys after him and fucking just take his ass out. The ultimate end game, I know what the ultimate end game is going to be. They're going to deport his ass. They're going to revoke his citizenship somehow and deport him. And I think that Trump's going to look at this and go, if I can do that to this fucking other rich guy, I should be able to just do that to anybody who fucking opposes me. So, it all goes down to ego. And these two fuckers obviously have a big ego. And as the president of the United States, you probably need to like put that in check a little bit. Yeah, there's certain instances where you need to fucking have an ego and a bit of an arrogance about our American dominance in order to maintain that. But in this internal issue, obviously he knew he wasn't giving Elon any real power by making him the head of fucking Doge or whatever. This was just like Elon bought himself a fake cabinet position. That's basically what this was. And now that Trump got what he wanted, he let him play in the sandbox for a little bit. And I imagine he would have let him play much longer. But again, just like it was supposed to be Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk running Doge. Well, the second Trump wins, Vivek's going to go off and be governor of fucking Ohio. We made sure the non-white minority got out of here. We'll keep this white minority for now because on the surface, he looks the same. He looks white. He's all right. And then as soon as the real nitty gritty comes down, get this foreigner out of here. So he let him play the sandbox, and I do think that Elon just got too big for his britches. I think that that's what the whole issue was about. Him saying, hey, I paid you all this fucking money to basically get this position to clean up the government, right? To like cut spending or do whatever it is that he wanted to do. And once he realized after a few short months that it was primarily just a ceremonial position for the most part, I think that pissed him off. And I think Trump said, hey, man, this is just how it is. And Elon probably said, I have the power here because I have the money. And I think Trump said, oh, you want to see real power? I'll show you real power. I'm the president of the United States. And that's what caused this whole fucking thing. And now Elon's saying this is where we're seeing the battle between actual quote unquote political capital and political power. And we're seeing monetary capital versus monetary power. That is now the battle that's happening between these two. And it's live on display for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. That is a problem because regardless of who wins, it's bad. And that's the thing that, like, I know I sound alarmist all the time. And I mean, I am an alarmist, all right? I won't sugarcoat it. I won't lie. Yeah, I do that. I incense things and sensationalize them sometimes. And infer things. But this, I don't think I'm wrong about this. I was right about him getting fucking ousted. I thought it was going to be, he was going to let him run out his tenure till July 4th of 2026 or whatever it was that they said they were going to fucking be done. I thought he was going to let him at least run out his tenure for that. But that didn't even get anywhere close to fucking happening. So this power that's going on between money and politics is whoever wins. If Trump wins, then he's like, oh, I have political power. So now this is how you get a king. This is how you get kings and shit right here, is them realizing, oh, look at how much I survived this fucking battle between me and Elon in the changing of the guard, just like the changing of the guard for the world is trying to change the guard of who's the global fucking superpower right now. The attempts are being made. This is like, I think, the undermining and the changing of the guard attempt for the American internal power system. And the government or the president is now, it's been seen as somewhat of a figurehead position. And now that you got, again, because the billionaires and the rich people are the ones that kind of like control the shit, right? Sure, the government regulates them, but they kind of make the rules, so it doesn't really matter. Most people who are billionaires or rich guys in businesses and run CEOs, they get called in to run departments of the government. They make regulation or deregulation that's favorable to their industries, and then yada, 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 right? So now we're seeing, the ruling billionaire class kind of say, nah, we just want the power directly. We don't want to have an intermediary anymore. Like, we just kind of want to have this power directly. And I think that's what this battle is truly about between the two of them. And now, see, and this is the thing, Trump's like not the good guy in this. Like, there's a good guy and a bad guy. Oh, Elon's a bad guy or Elon's a good guy. No. They're both bad guys, all right? They're both the villain in this fucking story. Because whoever wins is going to go on to take ultimate power. That's what's going to happen. If Trump beats Elon in this battle, I fully believe he's going to say, hey, I was able to get rid of this fucking guy. I can do this to any fucking buddy else. If I can do this to the richest man in the country almost, I can fucking do this to any other motherfucker that opposes me. And why wouldn't you, right? If Elon wins, I'm sure we will see if he's going to fund Democrats and they win, let's say he gets a majority in Congress. Let's say with all the money he's going to pour in, he gets a super majority in Congress. Bides his time to get to the next president comes in, and he'll fund that Democrat Republican candidate. And then he'll say, hey, listen, here's the deal, guys. I'm going to need y'all motherfuckers to change the Constitution right quick and change it so that foreign-born individuals can run for president of the United States. That is what is happening. We are seeing the
That's too far. That's too far.
It's not. I don't think it's too far at all.
For me, it is. I
think it makes perfect fucking sense.
That's assuming that there are politicians that would be willing to even take money from Elon Musk.
Hey,
and that's still if they could even get elected within the midterms, assuming people want to vote for them in the first place.
Yeah, well, think about this, right? They're all having trouble staying elected now. So if money is going to truly be the difference maker, and Elon's offering you an unlimited supply of it to stay in your political appointed power of office, they're going to fucking take it. And if you don't, just watch. There will be another Democrat, someone you've never fucking heard of, that runs against them and wins by some fucking crazy landslide because Elon poured millions of dollars into their fucking account to get them to win, into their political account. That's where I see this going. That's where I see it happening. And we're going to see it in the next 12 months. We're going to see that start to take shape because the midterm elections are coming in 2026? So like next year, we're going to start seeing this in like the next year and a half. We're going to see it start to take shape. Really, we're going to start to see it take shape this November is usually when, like the November before, they start kind of like ramping up a little bit. And then in January is when they're really going to kick off political midterm season. And it's going to go all the way until fucking the election in November, midterm election. So we'll see. We're going to see a live happening of this. And who knows? Maybe Trump and Elon make up and they fucking, jerk each other off before then. Who the fuck knows? I doubt it. It doesn't seem that way. With what Elon has said and with what Trump has said, I don't think they're going back. Someone that's close to the situation was quoted as saying that it is now crossed the point of irreparability. Like, there's no way it's going to go back, like, to them being cool with each other or even at least neutral. They are like mortal enemies now. Sworn fucking enemies at this point. And, I mean, good, but also, fuck, man. Again, really? Right in front of my fucking Zippo lighter fuel.
Right in front of my puppy.
Anyways, yeah, so that's about it. I rambled on enough. You got anything else to add? No? All right. Well, now this one, I'm calling it now that's the next chain of events that's going to happen. And goddamn, I really don't want to be able to come back here in 6 months or 8 months and be like, I told you so again. I don't want to. I hope I'm wrong. I just don't think I am. Anyways, all right, that'll be the end of it. Go check out all our other shit if you want. Otherwise, just go fuck yourself.